Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be making a small sushi platter. I have a couple of nigiris I wanna make. I have some salmon here. I already cut these up just to save a little bit of time. I have some salmon here. I have some big eye tuna, some hamachi or yellowtail. I have some toro here, some true toro actually, and then some king crab. So these are all fresh. I just cut these up not that long ago. I have some herbs here, ginger wasabi, of course, the standards, some shiso, some basil, some wintermelon blossom, both these, lemon, and then some chives. So these are all from our garden, besides the ginger wasabi, obviously, and then the lemon. And then my sushi rice here is ready to go. At any given moment, I might use some of these for garnishing later on. So this is for my wife made these. These are the herb bouquet. Okay, so just as a tip, I'm wearing gloves, so it's hard to handle sushi rice sometimes. So what I like to do is I dip a little bit of oil, extra virgin olive oil for these, so it doesn't stick to the rice. Okay, so I get about this much. So let's try that again. So about that much. So about 1 ounce. So this is the movement. All right. So this is the movement I'm doing. So all I'm doing is I'm making it into a little small ball. So I start with my right hand. All right. After I make it about like this size, I put it on my left hand. But I have to grab a fish first, and then put it right on the fish. All right. So I got the fish here, and some people like to put a little bit of wasabi in the middle. I don't mind it, but some people don't like it. So I'm just gonna do it without the wasabi and then the wasabi on the side. So I put the rice that I made, the little rice ball, right in the middle. Okay, right there in the middle, and then this is the motion, the pinch, and then I press it down with my thumb, and then these 3 fingers I will hold on to the fish. All right. So and then pinch, and then pinch again, and then press down. Well, this one doesn't move, and then you flip it over. All right, and then what I'm doing, I'm pressing the sides, these 2 sides. I'm pressing it down. Flip it around, press it down. Okay, do it maybe twice, maybe 3 times, depends. And then once you want that little curve on the nigiri. All right, that's the look you want. All right, so that's one nigiri. All right, and then it's my second one. All right, it's all one motion. All right, put it right there. And if you see your glove start sticking again, put a little bit more oil. It's okay. It doesn't matter. You put a little bit more oil in there. All right. So all right, that's the motion. Okay. So you pinch, and then your middle finger, your ring finger, and your pinky. Push it back up. So the pinch is right there. All right. So like that. So if you're right-handed, you're mostly using your index and your thumb for this movement. So you press it down. All right. So you see that curve? That's what you want. Okay. All right. So the next one. So I got 1 roll of salmon. I'm gonna do the next row with tuna. All right, these are of course larger than what you get at the restaurant. Just because I'm eating it, so I'm gonna cut it a little larger. This is about ounce and a half cut, so it's very generous. All right. Okay. That's the motion. Some people like less rice, some people like more rice, so it depends on your preference as well. And that's the benefit of making your own sushi. You can kind of customize it the way you want. So I'm gonna push this a little bit higher. Slide this up. So sorry, excuse the noise. They're doing some construction outside. So just so you know what's going on, why there's all these weird sounds, construction sounds. Alright, so that's the yellowtail. Almost done. Now I'll garnish it really well too. Garnish it a little bit different. So it's not going to be your traditional sushi, just because I'm going to garnish it a little bit differently. So these are my king crab. So obviously these are the legs. So there's a very big. I already removed the middle I forgot what those things are called, like cartilage in the middle, so those are not edible. So I'm gonna cut these. These are so big, I'm gonna cut them in half on a bias. All right, just like that on a bias. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is I have some seaweed here, so I'll cut these to wrap it around. Not too thick. I don't need like a, put it right here. I don't need like a really thick cut. All right, so same thing. I'm making a ball. This one you want it a little bit tighter, just because it's not there's no fish wrapping around it. So I do it like it's not too tight where it's just like it's not fluffy. You want it just a little bit tighter than the nigiri or the salmon or the fish. I mean, sorry. So like that. So you put it right in the middle. Okay, and then just put it right in the middle, and then just kind of seal it. It will stick just because the sushi rice is sticky. All right, and then the seaweed is dry. So I put it like that, right in the middle. Okay, there you go. A couple more. These are some big ones, some larger piece. All right. So like I say, put them in the middle, and then you just stick to the sides. This one's not sticking as much just because I have some olive oil on there. Let's fix this one a little bit. Go. Get one more slice. Toss these. A little bit more oil. And then, all right. Try not to be messy. It's so important not to be so messy. The rice is, I know sometimes the rice is challenging. The rice sticks to everything, and you want it to stick, but at the same time you don't want to be sticking too much, because it's gonna start sticking to everything, to the cutting board, gloves, everything. All right, so this is the other piece. All right, and then I got some toro here, so I'm gonna utilize those two pieces. I had more earlier, but I had to taste it, so I only have two left. Okay, so same motion, same technique. All right, so I leave a little bit of space here for my ginger wasabi, so it kind of works out. Where's my... Okay, so this is essentially what this is what it looks like. So what I'm gonna do now, do a little garnishing. Before I do that, do a little clean house. Like I said, the rice is very sticky. You just have to make sure. You just have to make sure this is not as much. All right. Okay. Got some shiso leaves here. So I want to do a little. So these are all edible, of course. That's why I use them. All right. So what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna peel off all the petals because I like the color in the petals. All right. So it's kind of, you know, it doesn't have to be any form or fashion. You can just kind of go random. Odd numbers is perfect. You want it to be odd. So I got that. I got the blossom. So next I'm gonna do some shiso. A little bit of shiso here. A little bit of shiso. Let's do it over here. Some over here, and it smells great too. By the way, it's hard to describe. That's why I like to use all these herbs because it smells so great. And then let's see, give it a little height. I got some chives here. Like I said, this is not your. This is by no means, these are not. So you can hear it. Let me turn it around so that's a better angle, so you guys can see better. By no means, these are not traditional way of doing sushi, plating sushi. Like I said, this is my version. This is what I want to do. And then I got some of these bouquets. I want to utilize this as well. So let's do this. It's a chai flower. I want to utilize some of these as well. Okay. And then these looks like, this looks like shiso flower. All right, blossom. So these, what shiso looks like before it's, you know, before it's into a flower state. So put this one, I'll put this one right over here, just right on top, just right like that. Okay, and then. Sometimes I like to change my mind, and you know what? That's enough shiso. Then of course ginger wasabi. Okay. Ginger, since we're doing a little fancy, so I want to do a little fancy with the ginger, the wasabi I mean, as well. So I'm gonna press it down. So it turned into a ball. All right. So make a little design, a little pattern. So I'm gonna do one of these. This is very simple. A checkerboard, so anybody can do it. Just want to do something simple. Okay. All right. So you can kind of shape it a little bit to like a triangle shape, and then put that over there. Then a little bit of ginger. This way.